What's going on, everyone? Iron Eagle here from Thunder Eagle Algorithms. Today we are going to set up the Anzu, the extreme levels, the core indicator of the Thunder Eagle system. First thing, you have to go to the control window of the NinjaTrader, import and NinjaTrader add-on, and you just import the zip file that you downloaded. Click on the file, then open, and that's it. I already have it. Then the next thing, we need to set up the underlying data. You just go to data series on the chart and you type the same ticker that you have on the chart and add. You do that twice. We need 480 minutes and 1440 minutes, which is going to be 24 hours and 8 hours. Also, I use just I just go back just 60 days, 2 months. I set it to bars 60 just to not overload the data. Then just right click on the price action and maximize that. We don't need to look at the underlying charts. Then you go to indicators tab and you go to the Anzu compact. You add that. The first thing you have to do, you scroll down and paste your license key. In this tutorial, I'm going to use my open source indicator. It's just identical to the Anzu X, but it doesn't have a license key. The first thing you have here is the parameters. You have there isn't that much going through the indicator. It's more built-in indicator. You have 20 SMA and 20 SMA, 20 ATR period for the first for the Anzu Extreme 1, 3 and 4. Parameter 1 is what's related, and for the Anzu Extreme X, this one, what's related is the 50 SMA and 20 ATR. Then you have for each level shading zone. I keep it unchecked, but let's first put the indicator on the underlying data. We use for 8 hours, and then we put the panel on 1, and you now have the Anzu extreme levels on Anzu extreme levels of the 8-hour data on your median time frame. I call that 12-minute median time frame. I have already have a preset there. I choose the 8-hour, and I like to have it like red here. Then you have I keep it on the defaults here. The shadow, I typically don't use it, but for the regular levels 1, 3 and 4, I don't use shadow or zones. I could use it on the Anzu X here. Then you have Anzu Extreme Visibility. You have 4 major levels on the Anzu Extreme Compact. There is another version of the Anzu Extremes, but it has a lot of levels. I don't like using it. I'm going to share that later for if someone scalping. I found just having small levels or fewer levels on the chart works the best. Then I don't use Anzu the Extreme 4 because a lot of time we don't reach these levels. Also the Anzu X I turn it off on the 8 hours. You have settings for the red line here, opacity, width, and style. I keep the first Anzu Extreme level dashed, and most of the day we are just playing around this dashed line, especially in a range bound market. Then the third and fourth lines is have the same style. I keep it 30 and line with one, but the main difference is the first line is dashed here and the third and fourth is solid. Typically I could name the levels 1, 2, 3, but I found in the full version of the indicator that the second Anzu extreme level was just a noise. I just deleted that and just kept the indicator if someone want to compare if the second level works for him or not. You can see that in the full version of the indicator. It just have more levels than the compact version. As we saw, the main difference is the in the Anzu X is the average period, which is set to 50. Okay, we click just apply. Then we add Anzu a second time. I have the preset already, then I just load the preset. It's just almost the same, but it has blue lines rather than reds, and I apply that on 24 hours and then the first panel, and that's it. I was using shadowing and stopped using that. You can see here this shadow here. Why did I stop using that? I don't know. Okay, now you have it. Just see how this level worked on the M2K. Definitely we are not trying to push it and using this level in every single trade. What we are trying to do is trading 3 and 4 indices rather than one, and trade near our levels. In this case we have a superior edge rather than trading one name. You can see here in this day we have rejected the lower resistance zone on Anzu the extreme level. Then it went down to the support, the resistance zone that became support. Then bounce again on the Anzu the extreme levels to the upper resistance zone. We get rejected again and just went down to the Anzu extreme levels resistance that became support. And the previous day we had the same thing. It rejected the resistance zone here and get bounced on the support, then went up near the resistance zone and bounced on the support again. The same here, again and again we bounced on the extreme level support. We went to resistance. It rejected, but it held and spiked. Just not spiked, just continued to the upside near the previous extreme level, and rejected to the downside to the next support level, resistance that became support. You can see here the system is very systematic, and a lot of time, like more than 60-70 of the time, the system is very accurate. You can see here, you can short here, risking the upper levels, and you have a huge move here. Here we blasted the zone. I think in YM or ES we had better accurate setup. Let's check YM. Okay, you can see here in this day we held the support here. We went to the resistance area. We held the resistance or the support line here. A lot of multi-touch level. Went to the next resistance, rejected, and went down to the support area or the resistance that became support. The same here, we rejected the resistance, held the resistance that became support, start rallying to the upside, rejected the last 8 minute resistance zone, and just went back down to the resistance that became support and support area also. It's just the same thing again and again. Once you start doing this trade again and again, you have a superior edge. You can see also the sometimes the future market is so noisy. Like in this case, we spiked to the resistance zone, but it held the it held the high of the day, like what, maybe for 40 minutes. Then we had this clean ceiling to the downside. You can like short here or risking near the upper edge of the zone, knowing that you have an edge, rather than watching that 40 minutes not going anywhere. The same thing here. Here we like it wasn't that much accurate, but you can trade this bounces against the zone and capitalizing on the downside downtrend direction. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you next time.